Well, here I am. I am actually going to be doing something a little bit different today. And this is going to be the beginning of, I guess you might say, new Jeff Endight Drum Education shows that I'm literally putting on YouTube. And this is going to be my first attempt. I wanted to tell you guys, first off, that I'm fantastically honored to be here. You guys could give me a call if you're interested in studying privately with me at area code 516-263-9782. I'm also, too, getting into the procedure, of doing Zoom lessons, which is really going to be cool, because I kind of have that set up. So guys, let me know, if you're possibly interested in that, particularly if you're out of the area. If not, I usually do most of my teaching where I travel to the home. I do teach at various studios. Guys, give me a call, we can talk about it. You guys can also email me at jindyke54@gmail.com. Up on YouTube, there's so many things up there, but if you just type in JEFFINDYKE, you'll be accommodated with a lot of new videos. There's a lot of old stuff, but there's also a lot of new stuff as well. What I thought I would do today is, I'm not exactly sure how many of these particular songs I'm going to fit into the collection, but today's file is going to be dedicated to strictly playing to music. And I'm playing on this fantastic Simmons Titan 70 kit, which one of the studios where I teach out of, the owner of the school, Vladimir, actually purchased the drum kit, which is really, really cool. And so I'm really, really excited about that. If you guys want to check out some other things online, you guys can go to soundcloud.com/JEFFINDYKE to hear some of my musical samples of some music, which I'm actually going to be performing as I go along. And you can also find me on ReverbNation.com. There's a whole lot of different things up there. And then there's my website, JeffEndight.com, which I think you'll find really interesting, because a lot of the stuff that I teach is basically built off of those concepts that are there. So if there's something there that you see, that's really fantastic as well. Now, it's a little cold in this room, and I'm going to do the best that I can do for today. I'm playing I got to tell you guys a really interesting thing, and I'll talk a little bit as I go along. I kind of miss making these shows. I was watching some old shows from a while ago, and it's really amazing, to see the evolution of the way that my playing has changed, and the way that I've changed. I've evolved. I've become maybe a little more civilized, but still colorful, and I like color. The music that I'm performing today is exclusively composed and produced by Kaz Rodriguez, though I'm going to play along to it. I'm really taking a crack at this. I've seen a lot of guys up online play to Kaz's music, and it's really fantastic. I've seen Kaz play, and he's unbelievable. He's not only unbelievable, but he's remarkable. And I've done a couple of Kaz, I posted a few things, but not like in a whole show format. Here, we're going to be talking about a 28-minute show. So let me go to work. And again, everything is going to be one take. So everything that you hear, and I got to apologize on my back being to you guys, because my back being to you guys means that I have to set these things up. I'm playing these off of my playlist. Hey, if any of you guys become friends with me, I'll send you this playlist. On me. It's unbelievable. I have a playlist of about 50 Kaz Rodriguez compositions. Now, one thing I have to tell you is once in a while on YouTube, they do have advertisements. So, if that happens, guys will just have to exclude that. But how about the sound of this kick? Really, really nice. Now the first composition that I'm going to do is actually called Over and Over. And let's see if it plays immediately. Will it or won't it? Only the good fairy may know. But here it is. Starts off right kind of interesting. I love Kansas stuff. Hold on a second. Here we go. That was the commercial that I was talking about. But here we go. I like what happens in the beginning because it's a little bit, I don't know how to kind of put this, never know right what to do right there in this part. This is a little scrap. a second. Stop my little timer here. You know, playing that composition, right, is really going out on a limb, all right? I mean, there's like 6s in that thing, there's 7s in that thing. The story was, all right, that when I came back to drumming, and I'm really glad, all right, I came back to it, right, because I stopped drumming for too long. Happens sometimes, you know, I just went into a thing where I wasn't feeling well, and when I came back, I was at Sam Ash. This is really fantastic story, right? Ryan, who was actually the drum manager at the time, probably one of the best drum managers I've known, of many. You know, you had the late great Lou Garvey, of course, and Eddie was a drum manager over at Sam Ash for a while. Really, he's now right actually over at the Guitar Center, which is really cool. They've had, and then Cody, right, was also working there. But in any event, Ryan, right, told me about this guy, Kaz Rodriguez, and he said, right, you know, you got to check this guy out. You know, and I pulled him up right on the internet, and I realized, right, that he was creating like these fantastic play-alongs. But the thing that was really cool, right, is there was no drums. It was just his keyboard interpretations. So some little hand claps, little percussion, but it's totally up to you to basically play the parts that you want to play. And that's what happened. And started kind of playing along, and so I've been playing right his stuff right for probably, it's going to be right maybe about a year and a half or so. So I figured right, I kind of, you know, and then I started to create a playlist. I realized right, he had so many different compositions. If you type in Kaz, K-A-Z Rodriguez up on YouTube, you can find the right many different things. Now the next composition, one of the things I like about Kaz's music, right, is you know, you kind of solo. You can solo along right with a lot of the stuff. The next one on my playlist here that I'm going to do is called The Journey. Now I have to find it on the playlist. I have this kind of organized. Let's see what happens. This is called The Journey. Now again, I hope
I'm probably the only person online who shares every single one of my trades completely for free. I live stream on Twitch.
Okay, here we go with Journey. Sorry about that guy there. Oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. right, some really, really interesting sevens in there, and some sixes, and just some really, really good things. One of the things right, that I like most right, about playing to Kaz's music right, is there's really, you know, Don Famularo, the late great ambassador of drumming, once said right, that if you think there are any rules to drumming, there are no rules. So there are no rules in Kaz's music because of the simple fact that it's almost like you can just like play a solo over everything, you know? Which, now if I was in a recording studio, right, I'd probably would play a little bit differently, but you know, this is just a chance to like kind of overindulge, I guess, so to speak, you know, but it's like a lot of fun. Oh, by the way, right, I butchered a couple of things, but you know, one of the things, right, that I'm having a little bit of trouble, and eventually, right, you know, my buddy Chris is going to help me with the sound part of things, right, is just hearing everything, because I'm pretty much playing this live with the music going through the speaker and the drums going through the speaker. So you can get the drums very loud. Sometimes, right, the music doesn't quite play quite as loud. Squeaky chair. Now, next composition, let's see, right, so we covered the right over and over again. I want to pull this playlist up. We covered the Journey, okay. So the next one around on my playlist, I have this organized. This is pretty cool, right? So I have this organized on my playlist. My playlist is really fantastic. So after Journey, I decided to present you guys with Mistake. I think it's a mistake right when I woke up this morning. No, probably not. But anyway, really, really, you know, I'm going to put this whole show on YouTube. This is going to be a full YouTube show. The Jeff Van Dyke Drum Education Show is back on YouTube now. So these future shows that I make are really going to have a little talking. I might do a couple of impersonations, maybe some jokes. Probably not. I can't tell you, right, there are jokes I can't tell you up here. Because when I download right, the video, it says right, for kids or not for kids, and I like to think it's for kids. So I try to keep things right, really, really cool, you know. Watching my mouth, of course. Which, by the way, right, I got a big mouth. Remember Ralph Cramden? Okay, so here we go. And this is actually called Mistake. And by the way, Kaz's music is fantastic. So, very, you know, very fantastic right that I would play somebody else's music as part of my education shows. I'll be doing a lot of my music as well, but here we go with Mistake.
Shop Etsy for affordable decor designed to give your home fresh feelings. Pick up original.
Here we go. Sorry right about that. Here we go. This is kind of like a rocker. This is straight warm. Ah!
is a pretty expensive affair, right? And it is really affordable.
Shut this guy up. Shut up! Okay, that's a take, and that's actually 3 compositions, and that's probably all there'll be time for because of the fact that, right, that the show has to be 28 minutes. It doesn't have to be 28 minutes, but I've decided, right, to keep it at 28 minutes. The reason basically being is that I may eventually put this on a DVD and run it on certain public access stations, we'll see. You guys can call me again at area code 516-263-9782 if you would like to study or if you have any questions about anything, ideas or for future shows. You guys can email me at jindyke54@gmail.com. The drumprofessor@gmail.com is no longer an active email, so you won't be able to contact me that way. You guys can, of course, Facebook me, you know, though I don't have any room for any more friends, but I do have a lot of friends, and I'm meeting, you know, I'm running into people that I haven't run into for years. It's really fabulous. SoundCloud.com/JEFFINDYKE, again, ReverbNation.com, as I had mentioned. I'm proud of a lot of things. You know, you go all right over to YouTube.com/Jeff Endyke Drums. That's one of my other channels. Eventually I'm putting together a Jeff Endyke Drum Lesson channel. That I haven't quite gotten yet organized yet. And then of course, I think I got like about 170, 190 around of my own films. And you know, I want to kind of dedicate this film to my late great hero, Danny Britt, who recently passed away and left us, and left me, you know, and I'm really, really sad about that. So I dedicate that, because if it wasn't for Danny, I wouldn't be up here on YouTube doing this. So anyway, good to be here, the Jeff Endyke Drum Education Show. This is the first one. We'll call this Show 1, the Kaz Rodriguez File, and it's really, really been good to be here. And I'm going to block off for now, and thank you. Push the button, Scotty. Beam me up.